So it is currently the fourth day of senior project, and I've just gotten all this equipment to work. And basically, my project is independent video production. So basically, I'm just going to put together a video and document the process of making it, and just show what it takes to bring together a final product. But that's basically it. I'm just going to disappear real quick because I have some work to do. Video production is hard. You could consider it an art form, but it is so much more technical than almost any other form of creative expression. There are so many moving parts that go into every frame of this video, and that's the thing that I really underestimated going into this project. I knew it wasn't going to be easy to make what I wanted to make, but I thought it would be more like persevering through a challenge, and didn't really anticipate this feeling of being completely lost a lot of the time. But thanks to some assistance from my community sponsor, Mrs. Drozd, my senior project mentor, Mrs. Lyon, Mrs. Coleman from the digital media room, and Mrs. Conrad from photography, I was able to get access to a camera, a microphone, a tripod, lighting equipment, a recording space, and most importantly, a computer. Just to give a rundown of what this project even is, I'm basically making a movie trailer for a movie that does not exist, where every conspiracy theory is real. There was actually a surprising amount of research that went into this, and at one point I had put together a list of every known conspiracy theory I could find. About half of them were political, and the other half were tied to politics in some way, so I knew that there was no way of avoiding the coverage of controversial subjects. Then I got an idea. I could make the project so silly and over the top that nobody could possibly misconstrue it as any form of serious political commentary. One of the most famous conspiracy theories right now is QAnon. The Q is the user that posts the conspiracy theories, and Anon refers to them being anonymous because they're on an anonymous message board called 8chan, now known as 8kun. To give you an idea of what this website is like, it has ties to pretty much every alt-right extremist view, neo-Nazism, and at least 3 mass shootings. I thought of actually checking out this website at some point just to see what other conspiracy theories were on there, but then I decided not to because I don't want to be put on an FBI watch list. There's many layers to this theory, but the main message that QAnon spreads is the idea that politicians in the Democratic Party are all reptilian vampires that kidnap children and suck out this substance from their blood called adrenochrome that enables them to live forever. This is obviously really goofy, so I had to include it in the trailer, and it actually ended up becoming the main focus. Going with the theme of every conspiracy theory actually being real, I decided to make the Q the protagonist in the story, who is played by me, and make Joe Biden the main antagonist. The dynamic that I created is the Q is fighting against the Democrats that are kidnapping children and sucking out their adrenochrome. In order to make things as silly as possible, I depicted the bad guys as super cartoonishly evil antagonists that just do evil things for basically no reason at all, kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West or Cruella de Vil. I had to find some copyright-free music to use in the trailer because although I was able to make the pretty simplistic intro music myself, movie trailer music is basically a computerized orchestra and would take far too long to make myself.
One day you may find yourself in the position of wanting to use music that you found off the internet. But it's important that you know the difference between copyright-free and royalty-free music. While you may see the word free in both of these things and assume that they're, well, free, that's not always the case. Copyright-free implies that there is no copyright present at all, meaning that you can go ahead and use that as much as you want. However, royalty-free might mean that you don't have to pay for each use of the song, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to get permission or a licensing agreement from the original artist. So be sure to use copyright-free music to stay out of any sort of legal trouble.
After picking out a song and ordering a prop, I was ready to start filming. Through my weeks of recording, I relied a lot on both my technological skills and creativity to put everything together, and I also had to recruit several people to help with either acting or camera work. The project came out about as good as I could have reasonably hoped, and maybe one day it'll be made into a real movie. So without further ado, here is the culmination of my 2024 senior project at Orange High School. Our world is in pieces. It needs to be put back together. This is the purpose that the universe has bestowed upon me. But one person stands in the way. of its restoration. Spreading the truth is the only way to fight them.
Release the 5G waves and deploy the chemtrails.
The Democrats, they're all lizards! They're lizards! Where are the children? Where are they? No! I'm not gonna let you vaccinate me! No! Where am I? Who are you people? What do you want with me? Kamala Harris! Ah, no! Don't suck up my intruder girl, Kamala Harris! No!
Find your dreams come true, and I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams, and I wonder.
You may think this song has copyright. The fact is that no, you aren't wrong. Let me introduce you to something called fair use. You can use copyrighted music that people produce. You can use the music just if it's a parody, just as long as it don't have the same melody. At least that is what the internet is telling me. Just know what I'm doing, no it's not a felony. To the viewers, just know it's been real. The show's over now, how do you feel?
To find your dreams come true.